I'm sorry, that was...
Are there any... do you ever do role-playing, like...
Sexual?
Well, yes, let's go to that right now.
Sometimes, I guess. Like,
do you do that voice when you...
What, going up?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, if the situation calls for
Are
it.
you in a monogamous relationship? Are you a single
No,
gentleman?
I'm just all about fucking...
Now, again, it's one of these moments like where people that listen to the podcast for free, for $5 you can watch this podcast. I feel like people need to know that we have a sexy 22-year-old Russell Brand game nerd. And you're really robbing yourself right now because there's...
Pay them money.
Yeah, you can hear ovaries rattling in here right now.
Ovaries aren't supposed to rattle.
Ovaries.
Well,
they're not supposed to.
Yeah,
it's when they get able to rattle that they get the most. That's like it's like a rattlesnake. It's a
warning. It's a warning.
Well, it's a warning or an invitation, depending on. All right, so the
role playing.
So
you're all about fucking.
Wait, hold on.
All right, you take
role playing. We were
it.
talking because I was going to talk about D&D, but then you said sexual role playing, but which I want to talk about. So you said you're
Can we lower the lights?
You're not in a monogamous relationship right now. And you're Roman and boning. Coined it.
Hashtag Roman and boning.
Probably won't catch on. It's not that good.
I love Ronan and Bonan's laughing. Did you ever see?
I like when the guy that would pop out and go, very interesting.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah,
Just give me a second, would you?
Classic.
I just want to make a good show.
Ronan and Bonan's laughing.
All right. We'll just...
Suck it, too.
Have you ever during in a heated, doesn't matter if it's a one night stand because who cares what happens after, but like the first night, like you're with a person and then you're like in the heat of the moment, like we're gonna do it. And have you ever done role playing in that? I know you've never said we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
But have you ever said I'm gonna be a tennis instructor? Like have you ever like snapped into role playing like in that moment
On a
first night?
First date, yeah.
This is a question I ask anybody. That's not because you're a game designer.
Yeah, so a lot of the time people are bored by the answer of the question, what do you do as a job? I'm a game designer, and people aren't interested in that. So sometimes I just lie. I say, I'm an actor. I'm a construction worker.
And then you have sex with those people and don't leave character as a construction worker.
Yeah.
So that's role playing. Well, that's Catcher in the Rye role playing. That's heavy duty shit.
You know it's a good one I've used before because if
People don't believe you're a construction worker.
I manage. My father owns the company, and I manage
nice.
them. That's the arms.
I don't care anymore, but like when I was like it's 9/11. It's 9/11. Or as we call it, twice 11. It's twice 11.
What?
I get bored of like people say, so what do you do like at a bar, and I like you don't want to say you're an actor because then you go, what have you been in? I don't want to have that conversation. So I did a couple times. This is a good one for guys that are just terrible people. If you want to be a liar, say you're a high school principal and fucking adhere to it. Say what school district you work for, and people are like,
I've never done that.
Why are you at a bar?
I'm
like, because I'm the principal, baby. I'm fucking gotta blow off steam. Like my high school principal wasn't tall and like hang out at bars. And so if you really want to do it, that high school principal, sexy.
But you have to be. So your reward is you're either lying to a stranger the entire time and then they never know, or at some point they go like, "Come on, you're not." You've been lying to me, and I should not trust people in the future. And you're like, just doing my part to toxify humanity. Like I just don't know. I can't picture I was ever doing that. The first time I came to LA from Milwaukee, one of the first conversations I had at a bar, because I was like, in a bar, I don't know anybody, and in Milwaukee, you might just turn to the person next to you and go like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, and I did it in LA. I never made this mistake again. I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And the guy's like, "Fine." And I'm like, "Nah." So So you here to see the band? Yes. So what do you do? Had no idea I was committing the fucking devil's sin. If that's a new coined it. And he said, I silk screen T-shirts, and I said, oh, that's interesting. So where's the silk and the screen and the thing? And I'm like, I got a million questions about silk screening T-shirts. 10 minutes goes by, and then he goes, I'm just fucking with you, dude. And I went back to my house and I wrote movies. And I never went out again.
I was at a bar that was nobody in with my ex-roommate from years ago. That the place that you live in, Rob. My ex-angry Irish roommate, Paul, and he was angry. He was Irish and angry, and but a great animator. And we were out at a bar. There was 3 clubs. Nobody's in there, and we're just. I was like, "Can you do all?" Because he was Irish, and I was like, "Can you do all UK and Irish? Like, can you do regional dialects?" He was like, "I'm pretty good at it." So I go, "Give me like Aberdeen." Like Scotland, and he's like, and so he's doing like a Scottish accent. So I was trying to like mimic him and do it. So we're just hanging out at the bar, not for anybody else. There was nobody in there, and so we're just talking in like Scottish. He's doing a perfect Scottish accent. I'm trying to do it too, and the bartender is there. He's heard us. He's heard me already speak in English, like American English, and he's heard this guy be Irish from Dublin, and now we're doing Scottish. Then the bar starts to fill up, and all of a sudden, girls just start gravitating toward us. And they're, oh, your accents are so cute, and we're just doing it like as a joke. We think they're going to get their drink and fuck off, like go back to their seat or whatever. So now there's this girl, and she's hanging out, and so we're doing our. This is away from Aberdeen. How far is that from Edinburgh? I'm making it up. It's about it's about 50 kilometers. And I have no idea. And she's like, oh, that's so cute. And then she invites now her posse shows up. She invites all the other girls over. So now we're like, we've been talking to this girl thinking she was going to leave for 5 minutes.
And then there's this really hot girl, and she goes like, would you? I really want to go home with you, but I just have to talk to my dad first. He's the minister of accent inspection, and it's William Atherton and like fucking 2 wigs and 8 glasses.
We feel bad. We don't want to tell this girl, oh, we were just fucking with you thinking this was a temporary bit that you were going to go away and not hang out with 2 dorks pretending to be Scottish at the bar. And so now there's 5 chicks hanging out, and the bartender's looking at us like, you fucking turds. He's just like, oh boy. And so now we're embarrassed, so now we're committing to it. But now because I'm doing it and like I'm getting better at it. And so we all leave. Finally they go away. And I thought, okay, boy, that took a lot more effort.
We almost fucked those girls. Woo! Dodged the bullet there. Oh my God.
I know.
They thought we were cute.
I heard the ovaries rattling. I knew it was a warning.
Shit.
Let's say your Scottish accent.
Huh?
How do you do it? Do your Scottish accent?
Well, also I had a Scottish girlfriend later on, so I'm a bit better at it. But
okay.
at the time, not that good. I wouldn't say I'm perfect at it now, but I can do a bit of one. So I ended up seeing this girl.
You dodged that.
I will only do it, mate.
Oh,
I will only. Dinna you wee chubby. You scaffy wee twat.
See, usually in the UK, the order of pecking is just Scotland. So I just feel immediately intimidated.
Can you do one? What I love about Scottish people is that like in Japanese, like people get excited. You watch old Japanese films and they get excited. They go, ooh, they get low. They get guttural. In Scottish, everyone goes, everyone's super up here. Look at real settle. So I ended up seeing this goddamn chick every place I went for the rest of my life. And so we'd spend an hour lying to her, and she would come in, and I'd be at a bar, and I'd be with somebody, I go, oh, fuck, I'm Scottish. Hey, how are you, lass? Good to see you again. And she would bring friends, oh, it's my friend from Scotland, he's from Aberdeen. Like, Jesus Christ. And then she had friends that had been to Scotland, they knew more about it than I did. It was a bummer. So finally, I was so tired.
She walks in.
I'm saying a fucking year goes by where I would see her every 8 days, wherever I went. There was only like 5 cool bars to go to back then, and so I would see her everywhere. Her name was Mouse, or as I said, Moose. There was a moose loose about that house. So, yeah, if you're Scottish, you know. So one day she comes in, and I was so fucking tired of this charade. And I walk her, and she goes, "Hey Jeff, how you doing?" I go, "Good. How are you doing?" And she's like, she kind of cocks like, "Well, I'm good. Like, how are things?" I'm like, "Things are great. Just having a drink, doing my thing." She's like, where's your accent? I said, look, I'm an actor, and my acting coach told me that if you want to get roles, you can't just go in with a Scottish accent. So I have to practice my American all the time.
Well,
because I felt this is me trying to be a good person. I don't.
Right.
I was fucking with you the whole time.
For some reason, that gets me closer to the mark. Than I would rather you do that.
Right. So I'm trying to. Also, I'm hoping. I'm just going to move to a different state, so this doesn't have to keep happening. So I go. It's better to practice it all the time, and that way, like when you go into the room, like you're ready with your American dialect. And she goes, "Okay, say something." Like let's hear your American accent. I go, what should I say? And she goes, I'd say I want a hamburger and fries. I go, I want a hamburger and fries. And she looks at me and she goes, that's pretty good.
All right.
I since years later ran into her and told her the truth that the whole thing was fake.
And she's here tonight. And she's got a gun. She's got a gun.
No, she's dead. That woman's name? Nancy Reagan. That's been our show. Good night. Drive safely, everybody.
Just say life's a circle.